Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we wrap up a great Sunday here in Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins.
To kick off for Baltimore.
The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Right to the air is Willis. And his first pass is incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Willis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Ready.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he's got some space here. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. Jalen Wright, 54 yards. And the Dolphins will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there.
For the extra point.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Baltimore.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now it's Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good. Baltimore, first down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Running from the gun with Henry. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Xander Horvath taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point safely through. And we are tied at 7.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Willis will look to throw it. Got it to Bell on the out route. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tutu Atwell, 40 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Dolphins 14, Ravens 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Well, lined up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Hey, finish it up! No. Shut up!
Jackson. That is caught for Rashad Bateman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Ravens.
Henry up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
What are you? What is it? Hey, middle. Hey.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On third down, Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The point after is good. And we are tied at 14.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Pat to 60. Pat, go.
Here's Willis. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
Okay, ready?
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Willis. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Willis. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Cowboy 80s.
Willis, 4th down here. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19.
Now Willis to throw. This is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Got it. Ready?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Willis out of the gun. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Derrick Henry all alone. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Dolphins 14. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Back to throw, Willis. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 61 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Come on.
Shotgun snap to Willis. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw completed by Willis. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go now. 60.
Now Willis to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw, here's Willis. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
70,
Willis. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Luke now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Dolphins 14. Tyler Luke to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their... If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
At the 17-yard line.
Willis looking to throw it.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Hardman on the return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Sit hot. 180. Hey, report. Sit hot.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Henry again on second down. Oh, look at the Jew. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 143 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Get hot! Go.
Now Lamar changing the play. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have the Ravens first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
For all defenders, the big plays, they're the ones that eat at them. But the ones that really get to you, it's those little ones. Because they thought that they had that one contained. And instead of getting off the field, that 3-yard gain, that little 3-yard gain, turns into a first down.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
To throw, here's Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching the defense that is in the zone. Right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
First down, Ravens.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. And they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Here is 3rd down and 4. Again, it's Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Looking to put a drive together. Willis looking to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now Willis. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. Here's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Let's go.
Willis. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Willis is going to throw once more. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Willis will look to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're
shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Willis out of the gun. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
19, Tiger, 19, go!
They go play action with Willis.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Brings up second down at the 16-yard line.
Willis looks to pass it here.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And this will be incomplete. Well, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Dolphins 21. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point. On the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. Tyrell Dotson there on the tackle.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now 2nd and 9.
And the busy night for Henry continues.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Willis.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, it's a
tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Willis. And now here's another interception. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A first down carry for Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it again with Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
It's caught. Tolbert. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Let's go.
Here's Willis. He's got it complete to Tolbert. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Now Willis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Now Willis to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Out of the gun, here's a give to right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Back to throw, Willis. It's into the hands of Tolbert. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
42. Dolphins 28. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs.